YouTube. You can have your video on and I'll see you, but it will not be shown to the YouTube audience. So Satnam, hi everybody. So we are, I'm sure you're feeling it. I don't know how you couldn't be feeling it. We're in the middle of an eclipse. We're starting our little eclipse season here. We've got a lunar eclipse, and then on December 4th, we have a solar eclipse, which kind of ends the cycle of eclipses in Gemini and Sagittarius. And now this one, we have an eclipse in Taurus. So we'll have eclipses now in the Taurus Scorpio axis, which I'm feeling. It was my birthday yesterday, and I was like, I woke up and I was like, this is going to be a shit birthday. But I will give you hope that there's the possibility for transformation is amazing. It's almost like demanded. It's like sometimes it's like, oh, we can use, the astrology to make leaps and bounds of transformation. And this eclipse is like, you better transform, otherwise you're going to get, slapped by the universe. Like it really is ready for us to make some changes. It's Taurus. Taurus is like, I just want to be comfortable and cozy, and I just want to like sit still and do the same thing all the time. And like, can I eat the same food and just like not be uncomfortable? I really don't want to be uncomfortable, but unfortunately, we get uncomfortable. Change is usually uncomfortable. It means we have to step out of our comfort zone. So this is a big opportunity of this eclipse. So I want to rewind a little bit to yesterday. So yesterday we had, because the eclipse is one thing, and then we also have a really powerful transit that's been that happened exact on yesterday, but we're still feeling it. We felt it before it, which is Uranus also in Taurus. So we're talking about the same place where the new moon is going to be. They're not connected, but they're in the same sign. So there's a relationship there of Uranus is making its way through Taurus. It's been there at the very beginning of the year, like right around the insurrection at the Capitol. We had a conjunction with Mars and Uranus, and now we have Mars has kind of made its whole way around. It's made its way across the zodiac, and it's made its way to the opposite end. So now it's in Scorpio in opposition to Uranus and Taurus. And whenever we have a Mars-Uranus opposition or any kind of connection between those two planets, especially a harsh connection like an opposition or a square, this is a time when we'll see weather events. Like, the other day, 2 days ago, we saw that fire in Estes that just kind of happened out of like nowhere. It was like, what? There's a wildfire? Like it's like pretty random for us to have a wildfire at this point. So earthquakes, sudden, it has a lot to do with sudden events. Like my cat's fighting right now. My cats have decided, this is their new thing, is every time I start filming, they decide they're going to fight as out of opposition. So there's tension between Mars and Uranus, and it wants change, and it wants change immediately. And it usually has to do with the unexpected. So this is a time when we might feel extra frustration. This is a time when we might feel like that thing that that pot that's been simmering in the back. Because really what's coming up for us a lot of times isn't going to be new stuff with this, because we've already had relationships between that Taurus and Uranus, or Uranus and Taurus and Mars. That simmering pot that's been in the background that you've just been like, oh, I'll just keep checking on that and see when it's ready. And like now it's like boiling over, and it's like you need to pay attention to this pot. Like something needs to be done something needs to change. You need to turn the heat off. You need to take it off the stove. You need to do something about this. So that's kind of the energy of that transit. And then officially, it's starting in just a few hours, actually, the eclipse kind of period. But right around 2 a.m. tomorrow, we have the exact eclipse when we'll have the sun in Scorpio and the moon in Taurus, and they'll be in exact opposition to each other. And again, Taurus kind of likes things to stay the same. Scorpio is like, let's burn it all down. Let's completely change it. So there's this opportunity for a revelation. Every time we have a full moon, we can realize some things can get revealed. And that's heightened when we have an eclipse. An eclipse is basically just a heightened full moon. So it's an opportunity for us to see behind the veil even more. And we're in Scorpio season. So guess what? The veil is like itsy bitsy tiny. So this can be very inconvenient, right? Especially with this Mars Uranus energy. It's like, like really, like I have to deal with this thing. Or we can use this energy to really go deep into our practice. And that's kind of what my day was like yesterday. I was like, I don't want to like deal with these things. And then when you finally go, okay, you know what? I'm going to surrender to the fact that I have to like realize my deep-seated patterns that I do that I don't really want to look at, but guess what? I got to look at them. Once you look at them, you can have a revelation and you can do things in a different way. We really have the opportunity. This can be a point where you go, all right, this is the way I was doing stuff. It wasn't working out for me. I was just doing things kind of mindlessly. I was following the patterning that was given to me. I was following the way that my parents set up my reality, the way my society set up my reality. And now I'm going to make a conscious decision right here in this moment to move forward in a different way. And you can have revelations as to like how to do that, what needs to change, what needs to shift in this eclipse. We can really learn things that we didn't know before about ourselves and about our world. And we'll probably find out, you know, maybe we'll find out immediately, or maybe we'll find out in a couple of weeks about secrets being revealed at this time. This is a time when we'll definitely have new information revealed. So what I want to do is I want to move. I want to move a little bit. I definitely want to move our bodies because it's the agitation, the frustration can be in the body. And there's kind of like two ways that you can work with like a Uranus or a Mars transit. Is you can work out really hard. Mars on itself, you know, it wants to move energy. Uranus is accident prone. Uranus is like, I need to do something and I'm like so sporadic, like I might hurt myself. So we're going to do some exercise, but we're not going to like be too crazy because we don't want to hurt ourselves, right? And then the other way you can work with a transit like this is just try to pacify yourself, like chill yourself out. We're not going to necessarily pacify ourselves, but we're going to use this time to go deeper inside to help have those revelations. So the way I want to start this practice is, since full moons are a time of revealing, is I want to go in with a question. I want to open up, invite you to open up a question. Maybe there's a particular part of your life that you're feeling stuck. And I'm going to start with that question and we'll work with that. So first, just come into a comfortable seat, come into a relaxed state. Let your hands relax on your knees, sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. And I want you to see where the frustration is, where the stuckness is, where it feels like you're not moving forward in the way that you're ready to move forward. Maybe it's in work. Maybe it's in love. Maybe it's in the way that you relate to yourself. Maybe it's in your health. Maybe it's in your spiritual growth. You're having trouble figuring out where you're stuck. Feel into your body. And if there's any agitation in your body, I want you to just ask that agitation. So now we're going to answer the question. Yeah, we're going to let the practice answer the question. Just come up with a question like, why am I so stuck in this part of my career? Why am I stuck in this pattern in my relationship? Just get really clear. Don't ask like 50 questions. Just like ask one really clear question of yourself. And that's going to be what's going to help guide our practice today. It's coming up with one clear question that you want to ask yourself, that you're hoping this lunation, this particular constellation in the sky can help reveal, that this practice this ability to sit with yourself, to be with yourself can reveal. We're not going to distract ourselves. We're going to go in. And congratulations on showing up, because that's really the friggin' hardest thing, especially when we're online and especially when we've got irritating transits. You did it. Congrats. You're here. Okay, let's bring the hands together in prayer pose. Let the elbows come out to the side. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to tune in with the Adi mantra. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, tuning into the creative force of the universe, tuning into that subtle wisdom, starting to open ourselves up to that subtle wisdom so we can hear the answer to our question. Take a deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgure Nama, Jugadgure Nama, Sadgure Nama, Siddhi Gurudeve Nama. Adgure Nama, Jugadgure Nama, Sadgure Nama, Siddhi Gurudeve Nama. Adgure Nama, Jugadgure Nama, Sadgure Nama, Siddhi Gurudeve Nama. Take a nice, deep, full, complete breath in through your nose. Hold the breath in. Keep your spine tall and lifted, but let yourself be relaxed. Let the shoulders relax. Press the palms. Focus the eyes up at the third eye and feel like you're showing up in ceremony and showing up as a warrior for yourself. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale. This is a moment to be a spiritual warrior. It's not a time to lie on the beach. It's not a time to just float in the ethers. It is a time to show up in warriorship of your soul and your soul's purpose. What is in the way? We're going to move it today. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale again. Hold the breath in. Take the biggest breath of your day. Really fill up on breath. Let the spine get nice and tall. Press the palms. Hold the breath. I want you to hold the breath for as long as you can. When you can't hold the breath anymore, you're going to let the breath come out through the nose slowly and relax the hands down onto your knees. Okay. Let's start to open up the body. So hands really grab onto the knees, okay? Grabbing onto the knees, not just resting on the knees, grabbing onto the knees. You're gonna use your arms here to help you. Get rid of whatever cushion you're sitting on. Oops. Get rid of whatever cushion you're sitting on. We're gonna sit straight onto the floor. And we're gonna start to circle in one direction with Sufi grind, moving in one direction, circling around. So the 31 minutes of Sufi grind will get rid of basically any pain in your back. We're not going to do 31 minutes, but we're going to do a good amount of Sufi grind to help open up the body, to help ground yourself. Part of what this Taurus energy is looking for. It's looking to be grounded. It's looking for something that's solid, that's something that's similar. So we can find that solidity, we can find that groundedness through unconscious habits. Or we can start to weave into our life very conscious habits. Eating at the same time each day, waking up and doing a morning practice, having a meditation practice has some repetition in it, chanting a mantra over and over again. All of this creates stability that the human system is really looking for. It needs some sort of stability. If it doesn't have it, it's going to find some way of getting stability. It's going to cling to the past. It's going to get stuck in nostalgia. So find a way where you can even make this more of a pattern. Every time you come forward, you inhale. Every time you round back, you exhale. Every time you come forward, you mentally vibrate Sat. Every time you come back, you mentally vibrate Nam. Giving your body the repetition that it really craves. Part of the magic of this lineage of these practices is we create this structure for ourselves, and then all of a sudden we can start to let go of these patterns we weren't even aware we were holding on to, these unconscious habits of self-hatred, of inner anger, of isolation. Keep going, deepen the breath. Really move the pelvis, get the pelvis moving in this. If you feel like you're coming up on one sits bone and coming up on the other sits bone, the pelvis is moving around. We want to ground ourselves in those lower chakras. Inhale, come to center, sit up nice and tall. Feel your spine grow up a little bit taller this time. The top of your head lifting up to the sky, the chin coming slightly in, the shoulder blades relaxed down the back. Hold the breath. Inhale here and start to go the other direction. Whichever direction you were going before, start to go the other way. Think about moving as low down as you can. The spine is moving along with this. The arms is just helping you so that you can move the weight around. Feel the churning around the navel, around the solar plexus. This is such a juicy time of year, Scorpio season. So much energy and vitality available to us in our creative centers, these lower chakras. Feel like all those lower chakras are opening up, are releasing, are stretching, are creating more and more space through this repetitive movement. Match the breath with the movement, match the mantra, inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Keep going. Exaggerate even more, even more. Find your edge. Come to center, take a nice deep breath in. Feel the chest lift, feel the shoulders relax, feel your hips on the ground. Feel the part of your body that's touching the earth. And exhale, release. Just let the breath be natural and normal for a few breaths, coming in and out through the nose. Noticing and letting the breath be as it is. Lay down on your back with your legs extended long. Take your palms and bring them to the side of your body. If you want to, you can bring them underneath the lower back. Just going to start to move this energy a little bit. So lift both feet up, bring the legs together, lift both feet up about 12 inches to 18 inches from the ground, and then start to piston the knees in and out. So one knee comes in towards the chest as the other leg is straight, and then just keep switching that, alternating that movement. But I really want you to put some energy into this. Really feel like your heel is going to kick through something. If you've had any frustration over the last couple of days, if it started to build, I want you to start to move your body in a way where you can start to move that anger. So it's not inner anger, it's not just frustration, but you're starting to give it some movement, some action. Like whatever that problem is you have, you're kicking it, you're pushing it out of your way, you're using those big muscles in your legs to get it out of the way. In and out. Legs don't circle, just in and out, just pistons. Keep the heels at the same height and just move them, move them, move them. Your core has to be strong for this. You need a strong sense of self to keep this going. So engage that core and keep moving those legs nice and strong. Keep going. You can do this. We're gonna do 20 more seconds, in and out. Come on, move with it. Don't move away from the frustration. If you start to get frustrated with this, I want you to put it into the movement. Inhale, straighten out the legs, have them be 12 inches from the ground, hold them there, feel the core engaged, hold it up. Exhale, relax the heels down, relax the heels down, relax the arms out, just relax on your back for a moment. Bring the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around them, start to rock up and down the spine a couple times. Come all the way up into rock pose, sitting on the heels. So your knees are out in front of you, you're sitting on the heels. Sits bones press right on the heels. You're gonna bring your thumb to the Mercury mound, right underneath the pinky finger. Wrap the fingers around it. Hands and fists. Punch forward with one hand and then the other, and your spine is going to kind of twist with this, okay? So punching forward again. Start to put some energy into this. Start to put in any of that frustration, any of that agitation that you may have been experiencing. Maybe you haven't even been feeling it and you're just being maybe a little passive aggressive. Maybe it's just been unconscious. We all have anger. We all have frustrations. They just need a direction to go. So give it a direction, give it a direction, give it a really strong direction with that arm. There you go, 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 go. Let the spine twist though, really let the spine twist. So you're not just putting your arms into it. The whole spine is moving with this. There we go. Come on, go, 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 go. Let's move, let's move, let's move some energy. Go, 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 go. Ten more seconds. And drop the hands down onto the knees. Relax the hands, close the eyes, and just feel the sensation of that in your body. Feel the energy move and circulate. Okay, let's come onto our backs. In a moment, we're going to come into stretch pose. I'm only going to make you do 1 minute of stretch pose. So don't come into it yet, but in a moment, you're going to lift your head, your hands, and your feet 6 inches from the ground. Your toes are going to point, your heels are going to be 6 inches from the ground. The legs are going to be nice and long. Your arms are going to reach by your side. The pinkies will be 6 inches from the ground, and you'll lift your head up while keeping the spine nice and tall, and look down at your toes and have the back of the head 6 inches from the ground. Then we're going to start a breath of fire, pumping the navel in and out at the solar plexus, bringing the breath in and out by pumping the solar plexus in and out. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, lift everything up 6 inches off of the ground. Look at the toes, pump the navel. Feel your core pushing down your lower back into the ground, and feel the top of your head pulling away from your toes and your toes pulling away from your head. Really stretch your body nice and long. Arms are right by your side. Stretch them and pump that navel. Meet the challenge, meet the moment. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, inhale. Hold the breath in, look at the toes, hold, 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 squeeze the navel down, hold it. 3, 2, 1, relax. Nice work. And again, bring the knees into the chest. Rock up and down the spine. Come up into a comfortable seated position. Okay, hands can just be relaxing on the knees. Sitting up nice and tall. Really kind of relax your mouth in this. And we're gonna start to shake the head pretty rapidly side to side. So let your face muscles relax, and then just start to turn your head side to side nice and fast. Taurus rules the neck. We're using this movement to help open up the jaw, to help open up everything in the head, the pituitary gland, the brain. helping you to have a different perspective by really moving things here, back and forth, back and forth. Yep, we're still doing it. You got it. Just keep going. Gotta have a strong no to have a strong yes. And start to slow down the shake, bring the head to center slowly, let the head be nice and tall. And then just let all of this just settle in. Close the eyes and just feel the movement in your brain and your glands. Notice the sensation. And follow your breath. Reach your arms straight out to the side, parallel to the ground. Start to move your fingers. Just start to move your fingers here, moving the fingers around with the arms straight out. Just start to move the fingers, stretch the fingers. You can open and close the hands. Reach nice and wide and start to move the fingers. Now start to move the wrist. Start to circle the wrists in one direction. Circling the wrist with the arms nice and wide. Now start to bend the elbows and keep moving the wrists. So we're just finding some like organic movement to open up the arms while keeping them nice and extended. Elbows bend, wrists bend, fingers move. Just feel like you're opening up this space. We're gonna do a moving meditation next. Finding some nice stretches for yourself. Feeling the fingers open, the wrists open. And take a big breath in and stretch the arms nice and wide. And exhale, let the hands relax. Okay. We'll do a short little meditation before we lay down for our relaxation, and then do a longer meditation after that. This is a moving meditation. This is a warrior's exercise to help open up the central channel. So the mantra we're going to use is Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Okay, when we do this, we're going to be moving the arms. The fingers are going to be nice and spread, and you're going to have the arms like up over your head. When the left palm is in front, you're going to have the arms like right over the top of your head, almost behind the back of your head a little bit. So the center of your head's here. You're almost going to try to bring it so that the left hand, when the left hand is in front, they're back here. When the right hand is in front, you're going to have them about 12 inches above the front of your head. Okay, so it's here, and then it's here, and it's here, then it's here. So left, it's over the head. Yeah, left is in the front, over the head. Right is in the front, forward. Okay, left is in the front, right is in the front. Got that? We're going to chant the mantra and move the arms in rhythm with that. Let me give us a rhythm. Fingers are nice and spread. Reach the arms up over the head. Left arm in the front over the head, and then the right is forward. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Chant with me. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam Ji, Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, relax the hands down, let the hands come onto the knees, relax here. Close the eyes, connect with your breath. And then come and relax on your back. Come lay down on the back. If you've got headphones, this is a nice time to put headphones in for the gong. And then just completely relax. Just let everything go. As important as it is for us to find that movement in these times, it's also important for us to find that stillness, to find that place of relaxation and integration. So give yourself some rest here. Staying in stillness another moment. Start to become aware of your breath. Noticing the breath coming in through the nose and going out through the nose. Feeling this cycle of breath. Start to move your fingers a little bit and start to wiggle the toes a little bit. And circle your hands on your wrists and circle your feet on your ankles. And stretch the arms over the head and push through the heels and do a nice big stretch. And then bring the knees in the chest and squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. Bringing the knees in, lifting the head up, squeeze. Relax the head back down, extend the left leg, keep the right knee in. And then with the left hand, guide the right knee up and over towards the left side, coming into a twist. We'll switch sides, coming to center. Bringing the left knee in, extending the right leg and going over towards the right side this time. When you feel like you've evened yourself out, come back to center. Bring both knees into the chest. And rock up and down the spine, eventually making your way into a comfortable seated position, grabbing your cushion and finding a comfortable meditation. I'm going to find two things with this meditation. This meditation is on stillness and projection. So stillness that Taurus craves, at staying in one place. There's not a lot of still things in our reality. Everything's changing all of the time, especially when we have Uranus transits. But what we can find stillness is in our own presence. We can find and deepen our own presence through our consciousness to find a stability and stillness, to find that still place within us. So that's what we're going to work on. So this meditation has two parts. That's the first part. And then the second part, we'll use the sound currents to start projecting that sound current out. When we have this Mars-Uranus transit, we want to make sure that there's an action. It's not just stillness, but there's also an action to it, right? We find that stillness, we find that center line for ourselves, we find that place of presence for ourselves. And in that place of presence, we know the right action to take. We know the next step to take. We know the next place to move. We know the next way to move. And we move not out of reaction, but we move out of our awareness and our consciousness. So in this meditation, find a comfortable seat. Make sure you're sitting on something comfortable so you can sit up nice and tall. We want to have a tall spine. We're going to be looking down. So the tendency is going to be to drop your head down, but I want you to try to keep your head up and just bring the chin slightly in a neck lock. So the fingers are both going to come into Gyan Mudra. Part of what's going on with this eclipse is that Jupiter is square to both the sun and the moon. So it's a T square. Jupiter's here and then the sun and the moon are here. So there's this T square that's happening. So we're going to use this Jupiter energy to support us. Jupiter just expands. So it can expand your frustration or it can expand the information and what is revealed to you. So we're going to use Gyan Mudra, which helps to develop wisdom so that we can take whatever we learn in this eclipse and bring wisdom. So we're going to take these two Gyan mudras and we're going to interlock them. So it's almost like an infinity symbol that you're going to hold. Fingers, the rest of the fingers are just kind of lightly curled, and you're going to hold that right in front of your heart center, out in front of your heart center. Okay, so Gyan mudra, holding that out in front of the heart center. We're going to sit up tall again, bringing the chin slightly in, but we're going to look down at our fingers, at that connection between the fingers, staring down and looking down. So eyes are slightly open, fixed at the interlocked mudra, and try not to blink. Just stay in this position. Let your breath be natural. Staring at your figure 8, infinite creative consciousness mudra. Mind becomes itchy if it tries to fight you, just hold on. Just see how still you can be, how focused you can make your presence, your awareness. Inhale, exhale, inhale deeply, exhale deeply. Keep your hands in the mudra, but close the eyes and focus the eyes up to the crown of the head. You're trying to focus up to the very top of your head. You're not going to actually be able to see it, obviously, because your eyes are closed. You might not even be able to reach the eyes up all the way that high, but aim for it. Focus on that. Try to get the eyes up, focusing at the 10th gate at the top of the head, the crown of the head. Eyes focus there. And start to project yourself out. Start to project yourself, your mind into the heavens and beyond. Just see how spacious you can get, how beyond time and space you can get. Let yourself go into the expansion. Hold the mudra, hold the eye focus. You're just going to start to chant this to yourself, very much on the breath. So we'll inhale slowly, and on the exhale, chant Waheguru, Waheguru. Nice breathy Waheguru. Guru. Waheguru. Just a nice quiet Waheguru to yourself, chanting it out, projecting it out. Waheguru. Just following your own rhythm, your own breath rhythm. Waheguru. Start focusing on the sound. Hearing your own voice, chanting the mantra. Wahe, this amazement for the inner teacher, for the light shining in the darkness. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. Complete breath out. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Relax the eyes, relax the eye gaze, relax the hands. And just let your breath come back to natural, normal breaths in and out. Just sit for a moment and listen. Remember the question you started your practice with. And ask it now in this space, this expanse. And see what intuitively comes back to you. And the answer might not come in a complete solution. It might just come up in a next step. What's the next step that you can take? What's the next action that you can take to start to shift and change things? A place of stagnation, part of your life where you feel something stuck. Start to feel into your body and feel what natural stretches want to start bringing you out of this stillness, start opening you back up, stretching shoulders or the legs maybe. So we'll be feeling the energy of this eclipse. I'm sure you'll be feeling it tomorrow. Any full moon is a time when there's a little bit of extra energy in the air. So, do whatever evening rituals you need to do before you go to bed to help yourself sleep a little bit better. Maybe some magnesium, maybe a bath, maybe just put your feet in an Epsom salt bath. Maybe you get a nice oil and rub the bottoms of your feet to help you sleep tonight. Maybe you just sit with your legs up the wall for a little bit right before you go into bed. But find a way that you can set yourself up so you can sleep, relatively well for this beautiful eclipse that we have. And give yourself space. If you've scheduled yourself really tight in the next couple of days, know that there might be some changes. Plans might shift and change. There might be some, you have to be a little more flexible in the transits that we have right now. So don't get too attached to the way you think things are going to be. They're going to change and they're going to shift. So take things slow. Don't do anything too fast. Don't rush. Know that you're a little more accident prone. So remember that it doesn't all have to change this moment. Right? That's what it's going to feel like. I have to, we get ourselves worked up. Everything has to be different right now. Right now. I can feel, now I know the thing. Now I have to change it right now. But you don't only have to know the next step, right? You only need to know the next step. You just need to feel what you're feeling and know, okay, what's the next step I'm going to take? What's the next thing I'm going to chip away? You don't have to know the whole thing. And this could be a great time if you're getting some clarity with this eclipse. It might be a really beautiful time to pick a meditation and make a commitment. It's beautiful to come up and work with these particular constellations, but we see real consistent change, right? That Taurus energy, consistent change when we pick a meditation, we say, okay, I'm going to do this till the next full moon. I'm going to do this for 40 days, or I'm going to do this for 90 days. So this is a great time, pick a meditation and do it. And if you ever need support with that, you just reach out to me, send me a message. I know meditations for everything. You need a meditation for that? We got a meditation for you. Okay. So just reach out. I'm here to support you all in that. Let's close out with a few satnams. Okay. So find a comfortable seat, bring the palms together, let the elbows come out to the side, close the eyes. And let's feel some gratitude for this universe that pulls us, that stretches us, that challenges us. And gratitude for the seeing of the obstacles and the removing of the obstacles. And the fact that the obstacle was even there in the first place to make us grow stronger and brighter and smarter and faster. We'll close with 3 long satnams. Take a deep breath in. Nam. 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 Bringing the thumbs up to the third eye and bowing to the sun, to the moon, to the light, and to the darkness.